Start பண்ணலாமா?
Already start ஆயிடுச்சுடா.
Oh. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and you're watching Kiran Diaries. So yeah, Jinsi, your question taken on Sunday. What is it?
What is your take on mental health as a person and as a psychologist?
Okay. So, mental health. So see, when people talk about mental health, when what to say, what is mental health basically? It's nothing very bad or stereotypical, but most are wherever you go or wherever you ask anyone, their face goes like this, mental health and face somewhere. But that's something which is very, very, very more important than physical health. That I'm telling as a psychologist. Because, you know, சொல்றாங்கல்ல நீங்க மனசளவுல வந்துட்டு or you're mentally if you're fit you can do anything, you can be physically fit அப்படின்றாங்க. So that is what I believe. So that is mental health for me, and that is really, really, really important. And there are a lot of things which people don't understand about mental health, or people don't என்ன சொல்றது relate to about mental health. So இப்போ எதுவுமே இல்ல, என்ன சொல்றது, so when see நீ ரோட்ல நடந்து போயிட்டு இருக்க இன்னைக்கு இல்ல, like 3 days back or something, when I was seeing people, when I was uh, going through, I had union work and all, I watched someone who were really upset, they were about on the verge of crying. But, for them, they were pretending to be strong. Yeah, fine, that's okay, it's normal. But but what was not good was the person was surrounded by people, like her friends. Okay, maybe her friends or close friends or colleagues or anyone. See, as a random person, I can't go ask them, but the people around them, irundum kuda, if someone is like that, it's, to be honest, Nana சொல்றது, it's both of their fault maybe. Because see, when you're feeling something, you're supposed to tell that, at least. I'm not telling that you have to tell everything, but நீ இப்ப சொன்னா it's gonna be making you feel lighter. Or we don't know, maybe the girl is a person who was willing to share, but she was not with people around who were willing to listen. அப்படி கூட இருக்கலாம்ல. So அந்த மாதிரி தான், there are different types. So for example, what I would say, what my personal take about it is, when you're talking about mental health, we're talking about letting people in. Now, I also told, let people in, let them know. But what most of us do not do is letting ourselves in. So you basically have to let yourself inside you. That is the best way you can understand yourself. So once you understand yourself, that's where everything starts. That's where you know what to do, when to do, which is right for you, which is not right for you, and everything. You know, when I realized that was, when I started studying psychology, another very big misconception of people as psychologists, எங்களுக்கு வந்துட்டு கண்ணை பார்த்தோம்னா யாரை பற்றியும் சொல்லவும் தெரியாது, we can't like hypnotize பண்ணி இந்த படத்தை காட்டுற மாதிரிலாம் வந்துட்டு மைண்ட் ரீடிங் ஸ்கில்ஸ்லாம் we just understand people's emotions, we just analyze behaviors, அவ்வளோதான். நாங்கள் we just don't, இந்த சந்திரமுகி படத்துலலாம் பார்த்தோம்னா கண்ணை பார்த்துலாம் எங்களால வந்துட்டு இவங்க இப்படி அவங்க இப்படிலாம் சொல்ல முடியாது. So that's one of the biggest misconceptions. I want to clear it up. So like நான் சொன்ன misconception தான், even I had a misconception of like, okay, I'm gonna become a psychologist, I can read everyone's mind, blah blah blah, therapy கொடுக்கலாம். But still, with in the first year, while diving into the first year, by completing the first year, I understood something. I understood myself. That was something which was different. நான் அது expect பண்ணியே வரல. All I expected was to learn about how to analyze people, how to understand people, but I forgot all the way along that I was one of the people who needs to be understood. So that is where my life changed. That is where I started to think differently. That is where I paved my way to my road or my career, whatever it is. So what I am telling you, what I took from it was, understanding ourselves is the first step to anything in life. You can't do anything on your own without understanding yourself. And that I understood really late in my life. அதுக்குன்னு எல்லாரையும் போயிட்டு சைக்காலஜி டிகிரி, சைக்காலஜி டிப்ளமா பண்ண சொல்றேன், லைக் ஹவு இட் ஹேப்பன் டு மீ. நீங்க சைக்காலஜி படிக்காமையும் சரி, நீங்க சும்மாவே வந்து செல்ஃப் அனலைஸ் பண்ணலாங்க. யூ கேன் ஜஸ்ட் And all you have to do is let yourself in. A lot of people, including me, we've shut our emotions out, we've shut ourselves out of our lives. Like, எதுவா இருந்தாலும் லைக் என்ன பார்த்துக்கலாம். பார்த்துக்கலாம் is a good thing தான். பட் என்ன சொல்றதுன்னா, at one stage நம்ம வந்துட்டு அதுக்கான ஒரு ரெஸ்பெக்ட் கொடுக்காம அந்த எமோஷன் அக்னாலேஜ் பண்ணாம எல்லாமே பண்ணா that is going to affect us. It's going to bottle up and that's going to, and you don't have to share to anyone, or you don't have to say everything to anyone. It's just like, stay calm. At least make sure you understand what you're feeling. Make sure you acknowledge what you're feeling. That is what I'm saying. So, when I say this, a lot of people say that, Apo, we all feel sad, we all feel depressed. It's okay. It's absolutely okay to feel all those things. It's okay to be vulnerable. We're humans, we have emotions, we can let things happen. We break, we become strong, we break again. Maybe we don't get strong, but still we break some more. That's fine. That's how we work. That's how humans work. So it's absolutely fine. Being vulnerable is one of the, you know, best things, but that doesn't mean like you have to put your guard down. You have to know where and when. But letting yourself feel things doesn't have to always be bad. It can be stressful, it can be sad, it can be happy. Who knows? But if you don't take a risk, that's gonna end up badly. So the next, when and there's something what other people, when you're vulnerable, I've always heard people say that you can always cry for help. I don't understand the term cry for help. You're not in a very worse situation, or it's not something which is very bad or desperate that you really need help, that you're actually crying for help. I know that's a metaphor. I know that's just a statement what people put out. But people do realize it sometimes, I literally. But you need not have to cry for help. You telling how you feel is not cry for help. You telling people don't do this, this is not okay with me, or you shutting people out because they're not good to you, these are all not cry for help. These are just you putting yourself first. That is really very important. And when I say all this, people again have a very big confusion. People say I'm strong, like not me, just people. I'm strong. People say, be strong. Only if you're strong, you can do anything. Especially, they say, men, you can't cry. You have to be strong. And female, like you have to be strong. But you know what? A lot of people, they are not actually strong. They pretend to be strong, but you don't understand the difference between being strong and pretending to be strong. Pretend எப்படி ஈஸியா ஆரம்பிக்கலாம்னா, if someone says nothing affects them, if someone is like இப்படியே ரிஜிடா உட்காந்துட்டு, there's nothing gonna affect them, they're not letting people in, they're not letting themselves in, they're just putting a shield in front of them, that is just them pretending to be strong so that they don't have to get hurt. But you know what's actually being strong means? You letting yourself in, you're letting everything inside, you're letting your emotions, you're letting whatever you feel inside, and yet you grow from it. Yet you don't, even after you fall, you just get up and go, you bang on there. That is what strength is to me. I can proudly say I'm strong because I let things happen to me and I come out of it. I find a way out of it. That is what being strong means. So I would say, people, if you're not strong, that's fine, but just don't pretend to be strong, because pretending to be strong can push you further into something which you cannot recover from. So that's one more thing. And I also understand why people pretend to be strong. It's because they don't have people, or they don't have anyone to share with, or they don't want to let people in. I know trust and loyalty are, you know the most very important thing, and it's too high a price to pay when you can't know what's on the other end. You can trust person or not, but you cannot always know the consequences of what your trust will be. If you blow another person number at the end, they can betray you. At the same time, you may under Bharatanalu, you cannot trust people when they that person is actually worthy of your trust or your loyalty. So it's always about you taking a a risk. I trust people if they hurt. There have been incidences where I've trusted too many people and they've hurt me, they've betrayed me so badly, but that's something which we can recover from. Don't give hope, don't give up anything. See, life is not fair or unfair. Life is எல்லாருமே சொல்லுவாங்க life is unfair. Life is not going to give you anything on a golden platter, or life is not like they're going to feed you, like they're going to peel the banana and just feed you with it. It's not like that. Life is always going to be something different. Life is not fair nor unfair. It's like, என்ன சொல்றது, it's just a long game. So all we're going to do is, like, whenever you play a game, what do? இப்போ நீங்க வந்துட்டு you feel like you're going to lose, or you feel like you want to go take a break, you do that. Like, you resume a game. இப்போ நம்ம சப்வே சர்ஃபேஸே விளையாடினாலும் you resume a game. நீங்க ரொம்ப நேரம் விளையாடுறதாலும் கை வலிக்க தான் போகுது. So you pause, resume, play. Or sometimes you don't want that scenario, so you restart. You never quit unless and until you face the end. That is what I'm telling. Do not give up in life. Because first day கேவலமா இருக்கலாம் லைஃப்ல, செகண்ட் டே கேவலமா இருக்கலாம், ஃபோர்த் டே கேவலமா இருக்கலாம், எய்த் டே கேவலமா இருக்கலாம், 10th டேவும் கேவலமா இருக்கலாம். அந்த 10th டே 11th டே நம்ம வந்துட்டு if we think we can quit, என்னால முடியல. See, that's reasonable for people to give up. You know, like இப்போ வந்து யாருக்குமே தெரியாது. You give up the 11th day, 12th day there can be something really big good happening to you, that it covers all the bad things that happened for the past 11 days. So my personal opinion is, risk எடுக்கலாம். It is, see, if for 10 days you've lost everything, if you're going to lose, you're going to not lose more, you're just going to lose the things you're already losing. So there's nothing more to lose in rapport. Why not go all in? It's basically, life is like gambling lah. You gamble with everything you have, you win or lose. If you lose, you're lost. But you always have a chance. You win it big, which gives you motivation. இப்போ நீ தோத்தாலும் வந்துட்டு நீ விட போறதில்ல. நான் போட்ட எல்லாத்தையும் எடுக்கணுன்றதுக்காக நீ திருப்பி ட்ரை பண்ண போற. நீ ஜெயிச்சா it's going to be a positive motivation where you're going to do stuff. Now, this is what I want to tell about life. This is what I want to tell about mental health. And I don't understand what stereotype with people are like back in my country when I was in இப்போ நான் யூகேல இருக்கேன். That's fine. யூகேல நம்ம யூனிவர்சிட்டியும் சரி எல்லாருமே ஞாபகம் இருக்கா, நம்ம வந்துட்டு we were cooking or something, they just came, knocked the door, asking if you're okay, all okay va. That's something like routine. நம்ம இந்தியாவெல்லாம் வந்துட்டு முனிசிபல் கார்பரேஷன்ல வந்துட்டு உங்களுக்கு உடம்புனா சரியா இருக்கா, உங்களுக்கு வந்து டெங்கு இருக்கா, மலேரியா இருக்கா, மழை காலத்துல கேட்கிற மாதிரி இங்க வந்து just knock the door and they were like, are you all good, we know you're coming out of all the way out of your country, your home, your comfort zone, you're staying here, are you okay, are you really okay, or do you want help? So that is some kind of reassurance that they give, that it makes us feel like it's fine. It's okay. There's someone who wants to know how we're doing. There's someone who wants to listen. But back in our country, back in my country, back in நம்ம ஊர்ல இப்போ வந்துட்டு நான் சைக்காட்ரிஸ்ட் கிட்ட போறேன், நான் சைக்காலஜிஸ்ட் கிட்ட போறேன், என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க, பைத்தியம் பிடிச்சா. It's just the labeling. They just label. Okay, உனக்கு ஏதோ பிரச்சனை. Even and what do they do if for example, you are living in a community. இப்போ நானே வந்துட்டு I'm going to a psychologist or psychiatrist வச்சுக்கோ, சின்ன வயசுல when I'm young. The other people come to know, they won't send their children to play with me, because they're like, for them I'm someone, a person who is mad. For them I'm someone who is என்ன சொல்றது, not worth playing with a child, or not worth mingling with them, because என்ன மாதிரி அவங்க ஆயிடுவாங்க. என்னவோ வந்துட்டு எனக்கு see, if I have something contagious like fever or something, I can pass that on. I cannot pass on a depression. if I have a depression or any other mental illness, I can't pass on to it. அது என்ன தொட்டா பரவுறதுக்கு அது என்ன கோல்டா இல்ல ஃபீவரா? It's something in. So these are the situations which further pushes the child or further pushes the person into a back seat. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, it's something people need to understand that's important. At the same time, they also have to understand it's not a big deal. If God has given us emotions, or whoever they've given us with emotions, okay. If a person, whoever created us, if they don't want us to feel every emotion, we wouldn't have got every emotion. எல்லாருமே எல்லா டைமும் சந்தோஷமாவோ எல்லாருமே சிரிச்சுக்கிட்டே இருந்தா there's no point in it. There's no point in it. So it's everything mixed together is emotion. இப்போ நீ ரொம்ப சிரிச்சுக்கிட்டே இருந்தாலும் என்ன பைத்தியமா சிரிச்சுட்டு இருக்கான்னு கேட்க போறான். நீ என்ன இவன் மூஞ்சி தூக்கி வச்சுக்கிட்டே இருக்கான். So நீ என்ன பண்ணாலுமே when there are people who are going to be like இவன் இதை பண்றான் அதை பண்றான்னு சொல்லும் போது just don't mind them. You just do what you want to do or just be yourself. That is what I'm telling. The worst thing you can do to yourself, the worst possible betrayal anything can happen to yourself is you not being yourself. You pretending to be someone else to fit into a community, to fit into a society, which is not really you. It is something of the most idiotic and stupid thing that you can do yourself. So that is all I want to say, because no one can betray you the most than yourself. Yeah. So to sum up, take care of your mental health. Always approach us, and you can also approach me. I'm a psychologist. You can also approach my NGO for it. If you want anyone to talk, you can approach your friends, anyone. So let yourself in, be happy, feel things, acknowledge your feelings. That's it. That's all you got to know about. What about it? Emergency. Okay, wow. Okay. So, if Jinsi has she doesn't have any other questions. If at all she has any other questions or any other stuff which she wants to hear from me, I will share that with you in another video. Other recommends Kiran channel, and this is Kiran Diaries. Like, share, and subscribe our channel. Bye bye.